Good evening and welcome to a summary of the news. Prime Minister Abdullah Mansour and Yemeni Vice President and head of the interim government Khal discussed bilateral relations and regional developments, especially the conflict in Yemen. Mansour stressed Jordan's appreciation and sympathy for all groups and components of the Yemeni people, pointing out to His Majesty King Abdullah's directives to cooperate with the legitimate Yemeni government. He said His Majesty is one of the biggest supporters of Yemen's unity, safety and stability, pointing to the historical efforts of His Majesty the late King Al-Hussein bin Talal to serve Yemen's unity and stability. The Yemeni official expressed his appreciation for Jordan's support to his country. The United Nations said it expects an unconditional week-long humanitarian pause in fighting in Yemen, starting on Friday, to allow the delivery of aid. UN spokesman Stefan Dujarric said the Secretary-General looks forward to the commitments of all parties to the conflict in Yemen to an unconditional humanitarian pause to start on Friday until the end of the holy month of Ramadan. The UN official earlier said the United Nations Human Rights Office voiced its deep concern over the worsening human rights and humanitarian situation in Yemen, where more than 1,500 civilians were reportedly killed, 3,600 others injured, and 1 million displaced in 3 months of violence. Prime Minister Abdullah Mansour met Saudi Foreign Minister Adel Jubeir. During the meeting, Mansour and Al-Jubeir discussed bilateral relations between the two countries, as well as the latest developments on the Yemeni crisis. Separately, the Saudi minister also held talks with Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates Affairs Nasser Jude on bilateral relations and the latest developments in the region. Jude stressed the issues and the challenges facing the two countries. At least 35 Daesh terrorists were killed and 90 others injured in an operation conducted by the Syrian army near the ancient city of Palmyra in the central province of Hims. Media sources reported that Syria's army forces pushed Daesh terrorists out of several areas surrounding Palmyra. Meanwhile, the UN refugee agency UNHCR said the number of Syrian refugees in neighboring countries passed 4 million. UNHCR said the total was on course to reach 4.27 million by the end of 2015. Andrew Harper, the agency's representative in Jordan, said the international community needed to do more.
Refugees are fleeing the biggest humanitarian tragedy that we've seen in our lifetime, and we need to make sure that they're not forgotten. So one of the reasons why we are commemorating this 4 million mark is to put the attention back onto the Syrian refugees and say, look, there is millions of people outside of Syria who need help. There's even millions more who are inside Syria that need assistance, and the international community is not doing enough.
Andrew Harper, the UNHCR's representative in Jordan. The combined joint task force said the United States and its allies targeted Daesh terrorists in Iraq with 14 airstrikes and conducted 7 strikes in Syria. The Iraq strikes were spread across the country, hitting targets near Baghdad, Al-Hawija, Fallujah, Haditha, Kirkuk, Makhmur, Mosul, Ramadi, Sinjar and Tel Afar. They destroyed a checkpoint, tunnel entrance, weaponry, buildings and a bunker. In Syria, strikes hit targets near Al-Bukamal, Aleppo, Raqqa, Kobani and Tel Abyad, destroying vehicles, bunkers, structures and fighting positions. Over to Egypt, a roadside bomb blast wounded 15 policemen as they traveled in a bus in northern Sinai, where militants have launched deadly attacks against security forces. Medics and security officials said the attack on the outskirts of North Sinai's provincial capital of Al-Arish targeted a bus carrying policemen who were on leave. Security officials said the blast was detonated by remote control. Back here at home, Prime Minister Abdullah Mansour announced that all ministries and public departments will observe a holiday from Friday, July the 17th to Monday, July the 20th on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Finally, the weather outlook fair across many regions tonight with northwesterly light winds. Normal summer conditions are forecast for much of the country, high temperatures hovering around the low 30s in the hilly areas. The Gulf of Aqaba and the Jordan Valley should expect hot weather with temperatures touching the 40-degree mark at the Dead Sea. And with this, we come to the end of this brief edition of the news. My name is Raad Liptouj. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good night.